Welcome to News Roundup number 65. The Daily Mail reports that 50-year-old father of three, Charles Brown, was stunned when he was asked for ID as he tried to buy a bottle of whisky at a supermarket. Mr. Brown from Huddersfield, West Yorkshire, whose oldest child is 30, said, "I'm 50, and I can take it as a compliment, but it has gone too far. I know I don't look 50, but I don't look 24. A spokesman for Morrison's supermarket said, "We are required by law to police the sale of alcohol and take our responsibility very seriously. As part of this, we have adopted Challenge 25, a policy of asking for identification from anyone who doesn't look over the age of 25. We hope Mr. Brown took the request as a compliment, as he must look very young for his age." Would this have been your choice? According to a BBC poll, the theme to Star Wars is the nation's favourite film music. Composed by John Williams, for which he won an Oscar, it finished ahead of the likes of Grease and Lawrence of Arabia. And in second place was Ennio Morricone's score for The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Well, I have to say I love the Star Wars theme as well. According to the Daily Star, Karen and Ian Gilbert from Pontypool in Wales have beaten 200 million to 1 odds to have identical triplets. Fionn, Madison and Page, who weighed £3 8 ounces, £3 5 ounces and £3 4 ounces at birth, are now at home for the first time after spending 6 weeks in intensive care. I think they're better odds than winning the lottery, actually. The things you find dumped in the garden shed. The Daily Mirror tells us that a rare dummy parachutist that was one of 500 dropped over France on D-Day to confuse the enemy was discovered in the shed by a woman who was clearing out her late grandparents' belongings. The 3-foot-tall puppets were made out of canvas sandbags attached to a parachute and dropped in 4 different locations over Normandy, whilst at the same time thousands of Allied airmen landed in the correct drop zones in June 1944. It is not known how the item made its way back from Normandy to Britain. A spokesman for Buckinghamshire-based auctioneers Marlowe's, which sold it for £900, said, "The woman vendor was having a bit of a clear out of her grandfather's shed when she found it." Whoops! 14-year-old Nidar Abbasi, who was taking part in a 1.5-mile race, ended up completing a half marathon by mistake after race organisers sent her the wrong way. The Daily Express says Nidar only realised she was in the wrong race when she suddenly saw a marker telling the runners they had passed the 4-mile stage. She was among dozens of youngsters lined up for the 1.5-mile Robin Hood mini-marathon in Nottingham. However, when the lead car stalled, race organisers misdirected the children, some as young as 8, onto the marathon course, which is only open for people aged 17 and over. Although many of the youngsters realised the mistake, Nidar kept on going until she finished the 13-mile course in just 3 hours. Nidar said, "I decided to carry on. It was okay. By the end I was getting tired and I walked a bit. It was fun. I'd prepared for the mini-marathon, not the half-marathon. When I got to finish with my mum and dad who were taking part in the half-marathon, so it was nice to have photos together." Ah, that's where we first met. Ali Hussein first saw flower shop worker Michaela 8 years ago as she waited for the number 75 bus outside his cafe bar. They eventually got chatting and married 3 years ago, but always remember the spot where they fell in love, says the Daily Mirror. Now they have been given the bus stop sign, timetable and red bench as mementos to put in their garden after they were replaced by the council. A friend contacted Bristol City Council after hearing the bus stop in Gloucester Road, Bristol, was to be replaced, and the council agreed to her request for a part of the stop to be handed over to the couple because of its significance to them. Every day I used to see her at the same time and in the same place, and really wanted to get to know her. So one day I took the opportunity to say hello," said Ali. "We've now been married for 3 years, but I'll never forget how we met, and it's wonderful that we can keep a little bit of our history forever." That's a lovely story, isn't it? Take care and see you next time.